Here's something that I don't see anyone talking about, and it's the female loneliness epidemic.
How to be single and how to not hate every minute of it.
Getting married and having babies never crossed my mind. It was never a priority until all of my friends started doing it.
So I'm 28 years old and I have never had a boyfriend or...
The clock seems to be getting women back to their senses. Now at 30, they're trying to settle down.
What's the point of being a man if you don't know how to fix this?
Being someone who's never dated or been in a relationship or been physically intimate can be a really lonely way to live.
I'm so tired of hearing about the male loneliness epidemic, so let's talk about the female loneliness epidemic, because we're experiencing one too.
A lot of women pretend to be strong, but really, behind closed doors, they're lonely. Kindly subscribe to the channel as it further supports us in our work. Thank you.
Maybe the reason you can't find the love of your life is because you won't stop dating your type. You're standing in your own way.
Y'all, the dating scene, okay, in 2025, fuck this. I don't want to do this. What? I think hookup culture has just fried everyone's fucking brains. Like, they don't know what a healthy relationship is supposed to look like. And also don't fucking want a relationship. Like, what the fuck is up with situationships, y'all? I'm sorry. Not me. I'm a lover girl till I die. I just don't understand. Do we not want to be in long-term committed relationships anymore? Is commitment too hard? I hate it. Being single right now, kill myself.
I'm curious. Are there still men out there in their 30s, 40s who are looking for love, even if for the first time? Or women in their mid-30s, have you guys had luck finding, love and happiness and being able to start a family after your mid-30s? I'm coming up on 36 and really losing hope that my dream of having a happy family is ever going to come true. Let me know.
I speak for all men in their 30s and 40s. Nope. Hope this helps. It's a nice thought, but the cost associated is too high by orders of magnitude, 41. And I've had to learn to accept the idea that I may never have a real partner. I stopped looking in my mid-20s, but held out hope still. When I hit 35 about a decade ago, I officially gave up. There are definitely still some men out there in their 30s and 40s who are genuinely looking for love. But let's be honest, it's not the majority. Many of these men have learned, often the hard way, that dating in today's world feels more like a liability than a benefit. They've seen the games, the flakiness, the entitlement, and the emotional toll it takes, and they've decided it's not worth the effort anymore. Meanwhile, a lot of women in their mid-30s are struggling to date, not because there are no good men left, but because they waited too long to start taking life seriously. Their words might say they want marriage and children, but their past choices, avoiding commitment, chasing status, or treating relationships casually, often don't reflect those goals. As a result, there's a growing number of women in the dating pool who are struggling to find a husband.
I was hanging out with my friend yesterday and we were talking about dating, and she was telling me how she's so frustrated with dating and with men, and she's just so over it. And she's 27, she's gorgeous, and I'm not just saying that because she's my friend. She's just objectively beautiful. She's from Brazil, she's sweet, she works out a lot, she's super fit. She's just had so many disappointing experiences over the last couple years. Like, she feels like guys just don't take her seriously for some reason. Like, they think it's okay to just treat her casually, even though she tells them up front she only is interested in something serious. She's not interested in anything casual. And some guys are just actually dumb. They don't know how to behave. On some of the dates, she'll offer to pay or split something just to see how they react. Any gentleman is not going to accept that offer. He's not going to let the woman pay on at least the first handful of dates. And some of these guys will just let her pay. They'll just be like, yeah, go ahead. You can pay for that. Yeah, pay for that. I'm sorry. He was just in the mindset of I've just been so disappointed by so many of these guys. I just don't even want to try anymore.
I have a question. Where are all the good men at?
Have you checked your friend zone?
And I am being so serious right now.
So am I.
I am being for real. I want to know where the good men are at.
Well, quite a lot of them are already in relationships. And if they're not, they're most likely just not interested in dating because look at the dating pool right now. Can you tell me there's a lot to be interested in?
If you're someone who dates men and also hates men, I feel like those things are at conflict.
You think?
To heal from it, I want to move on, but I feel like where I'm lacking and where we are lacking societally is just having these positive examples of men being good, men being safe, men being trustworthy. So if you have examples of this, I want to know about it. Please share about it.
Maybe open your eyes and realize that good men are actually everywhere, and they far outnumber the bad men. I know that goes contrary to what a lot of individuals out there say, that it's all men, but good men are actually everywhere. If you get out of your echo chamber once in a while, you'd know that.
Men, if you're seeing this, please chime in, please pipe in. Like, are we safe with you? How can we feel safe with you? How can we stop carrying around this hate for men?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe the first step would be stop hating people for something about themselves that they can't control. That would probably be a good first step.
If you're walking around carrying resentment, bitterness and hate toward men, but then turning around and asking, "Where are the good men?" Or, "Why can't I find a man?" You're not really looking for love. You're looking for someone to fix wounds they didn't cause, and that's not fair. At that point, the better thing to do is to step back, go heal, and maybe even seek therapy, because what you're projecting into the world is exactly what you're attracting back. A lot of modern women today are operating from a place of deep-rooted toxicity and unhealed trauma. They're emotionally wounded, guarded, and sometimes even combative, and they bring all that baggage into dating, expecting men to just accept it and deal with it. You can't demand love, commitment, and high-value treatment while simultaneously seeing men as the enemy. That contradiction is why many women are stuck. They're broken.
Trips and dinners are not providing, and I don't consider them nothing from a man. I'm not really grateful for going for nice trips and dinners with men. I don't feel like they did something for me. He did it for himself. He wanted to go with a beautiful woman, so he went and he invited me. It's a gift for him that he can be in my presence. It's not a gift for me. What I value and appreciate in men when they are doing something for me that doesn't directly benefit them. Okay, it's nice to go on a nice trip and whatever, but truly when I consider him a provider, someone who adds value to my life, is when he's doing things for me that make my life easier, that help me, that make me glow, that make me happy, like a gift, taking care of my expenses, that kind of things. Men will take women for trips for themselves.
Ladies, correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know if I'm the only one that thinks like this, but tell me if I'm wrong. Automatically, when there's something going on wrong with the house, I gotta fix something, or with my car, I just call up a guy and I'm like, "Hey, I need help with this." Because you're a guy, you're a man, right? So automatically it registers into my head that every man knows how to fix stuff, but they don't. And it's like, what's the point of being a man if you don't know how to fix this? Like something with my dryer or my dishwasher or my AC or a tire. Because if you call me up and say, "Hey, how do I fix my daughter's hair? Hey, what's the best perfume for this?" Or, "Hey, anything girly," I'm going to help you out. I'm going to answer you. But if you can't fix something, it's like, what's the point of being a man? Maybe it's just me. Correct me if I'm wrong.
This woman is basically saying that men are useless if they can't fix things around the house, as if a man's entire value boils down to whether or not he can be her personal handyman. That mindset is incredibly disrespectful and short-sighted. It reduces men to tools, not partners. Imagine if men judged a woman's worth solely on whether she could cook or clean. That would be called sexist, right? But when it's reversed, when a man is expected to be a mechanic, plumber, electrician and wallet, all rolled into one, it somehow gets a pass. The irony is, many of these same women will turn around and say, I don't need a man until something breaks, or they need help, or the rent is due. Suddenly, independence becomes conditional. And instead of seeking a relationship based on mutual respect and shared values, they're looking for someone to do tasks for them, a walking utility belt, not a human being.
I'm so tired of hearing about the male loneliness epidemic, so let's talk about the female loneliness epidemic, because we're experiencing one too. The one where men treat you like you're some fantasy object, and the moment they realize you're an actual human being with thoughts, feelings, and emotions, they're gone. Or when they want you for your body, but never have any intention of actually getting to know it or respecting it. Or when they want you for your emotional intelligence, even though they have no intention of ever reciprocating it. Or when they want you for what you can do for them, but they don't want you for who you are. That's loneliness. Crying yourself to sleep every night next to a partner who claims to love you even though his actions never follow his words, that's loneliness.
Ladies, the more money you start to make, the harder it's going to be for you to find a partner, because we as women like to date up. Usually we want someone who makes the same amount of money as us or more, whereas men usually date down. They are not hypergamous like we are. So a guy who's making the same amount of cash as you or more will usually have no issue dating a Starbucks barista if she's super cute and makes him feel like the biggest man on campus. You probably are not going to date a Starbucks barista, let's be real. So this can mean that your dating pool is smaller. Also, you're competing with women who are probably younger than you, because to get to the point you've gotten to financially takes time. And they're more malleable, easily impressed, they're more in their feminine energy, maybe they're pretty. So you have a lot more competition as well.
This is actually true. When women start making good money, they rarely, if ever, look for men who make less than them. In fact, many of them expect a man to make just as much or more. But here's the thing. They want equality when it benefits them, yet still cling to traditional expectations when it comes to what a man should provide. What separates these women from more traditionally feminine women isn't just their income, it's their energy. Many of them operate with a hyper-masculine mindset. They're aggressive, controlling, competitive, and often dismissive. Being around them doesn't feel like you're with a nurturing partner. It feels like you're in a power struggle with another man. That's not attractive to most men, especially masculine men who are looking for peace, softness, and feminine support, not combativeness. And when these women struggle to date, their go-to excuse is always the same. Men are intimidated by my success. But no, men aren't intimidated. They're simply not attracted to women who make everything about dominance, control, and ego.
If he does not want to pay for a date, then for him, you're not worth courting. Let me tell you, ladies, because men, for their dream woman, for the woman that they really want, they will pay for everything. They will offer her the world. That's what they want. They want to make you happy. They want to provide. That's their provider essence. If he wants to pay 50-50, if he does not want to do this, that means that he does not value you. And why would you want a man like this? No, just don't accept it. You say, our values don't align. Bye. Like, that's it. You don't need to elaborate on this. You don't need to convince him. You can just say, okay, I respect your choice and I respect that we have different values and different ideas, but this is not what I'm looking for. So I'm just gonna go.
I'm 25 and I've never had a boyfriend. And I don't think anyone has ever been romantically interested in me. And it's great seeing, like, on TikTok or Instagram, all these people that are so loved up and all these couple posts, and I'm like, yay, I'm so happy for you, like, that's so sweet, but then also so sad because I've never had that. And as much as I want that, sometimes I feel like, when is it ever going to happen for me? And same with, I see friends and they tell me about their relationships and how they're progressing, or they're getting engaged and getting married and buying a house and starting a family, and I am genuinely happy for them, but also so sad at the same time that, and almost, I don't want to say jealous, but almost jealous that I don't have that, and I don't know when I'm going to find that or how long it will be. So if there's anyone else out there on TikTok, which I'm sure there is, you're not alone.
I understand that some women have never been in a serious relationship, and when they see their friends getting married or starting families, it stings. They feel left behind. But the reality is, in many cases, it's their own fault. Some women choose to sit in the same place, same routines, same circles, same mindset, and expect a man to magically show up at their doorstep. They wait passively, thinking just being a good woman is enough. But relationships, like anything in life, require intentional effort. You don't get a job by waiting at home. You go out, you apply, you show interest. The same goes for love. Many women were taught to believe that the right man will find you. But what they weren't told is that if you're not visible, approachable, or even open to being pursued, no one can find you. You can't hide behind your career, your phone, or your pride, and still expect a man to come chase you. That's not how things work anymore, especially in a dating world where options are wide and attention spans are short.
Listen, I date men that are worth over $50 million, which means that if you think asking for a black car being sent to you by just a regular person is like not achievable, you need to raise your standards. I ask them sometimes on the first date, but definitely by the second date, to give me a gift. Now, I'm not going to tell them what to gift me because I want to see how generous they are, but they are not allowed to get me flowers because I already get myself flowers every week. Like, I don't need flowers, please. And I have a cat. You're going to fucking kill her. I have like literally standards and like ways that I conduct myself. So if you, as a man who is worth $50 million, generating millions of dollars, a lot of them are worth hundreds of millions of dollars because of their businesses. And they can't do small stuff like that. They can't put a date together, something nice, something generous, like a good conversation, like talk to me about what it is that you are going to do for me, how you're going to woo me, like talk about future plans, get to know me as a person. Like, no. Also, there's like no opening my legs. That's not a thing. It's not on the table. It will never be. And I get everything that I want. They give me everything that I want and beyond. Because at the end of the day, a guy who has a CEO mindset, who is telling the entire world what to do every day, wants to be told what to do. You gotta whip him into shape. Whip him. I'm not here to conform to him. I am not here to please him. He is there to please me. He is there to serve me. He is there to give me. Again, this is a very high, powerful, net worth individual. So, not your average person who's making like less than 150K. And even like between 150 to like 400, it's a similar mindset because they got bills and savings and all of that. Like, you gotta go for the millions, honey. You gotta go for the millions. And never ever sleep with them because what if the next guy's richer that they introduce you to? And like nicer and kinder and more generous and more fun. Keep your options open.
75 million here. Trust me, you're not dating a man of such financial means. If so, you wouldn't be on those sites bragging. You're definitely not a Becca Bloom or other elegant and educated women on here. I'd definitely be embarrassed to be seen with you at my clubs. You don't fit in. Ouch! This has got to be rage bait. This woman claims she only dates high net worth men who make over $50 million, expects to get everything she wants, and absolutely refuses to put out. That's textbook delusion. She's essentially saying, give me the lifestyle of your dreams, but don't expect anything in return. What reality is she living in? Because no high-value man is handing over access to his wealth, resources and time for a woman who acts entitled and gives him nothing back. Not even intimacy, not even peace. What these delusional mindsets forget is that men at that level have unlimited options. They're not going to tolerate disrespect, attitude, or someone who thinks her mere presence is enough to secure a multi-million-dollar lifestyle. These men didn't build empires by making dumb investments, and that includes women who bring zero value but expect to reap all the rewards. It's one thing to have standards, but it's another to have entitlement without self-awareness.